So, for those who do not know, Nikola Jokic just had 55 points the other day, and Ty Lue came in after the game and said that the intention was to just let him score. I don't think people realize how good of a scorer Nikola Jokic is, and now we have people telling me that it's smart. So, let's see.
T. Lue said after the game, their plan was to make him score. I didn't know he would score 55.
You and me both. You didn't think Jokic would score 45 if you let him score, just let him score the entire game? Just let him score, take away the playmaking? Yeah, you probably didn't think he would score 55. I didn't either. I thought he'd score 70. I thought he'd score 70. That's the problem. That's the problem with guys who pass the ball really well. And again, maybe I'm just like way far left. Maybe I'm way far left. If you have a dynamic scorer and passer, passing's going to be easier when you can score. Scoring can be easier when you can pass the ball. For example, let's just take a look. Let's take a look. So, if you guys see the two teams and number 77 still being on Dallas, I'm pretty sure you guys can just take a quick guess of what this game is. This is Luka Doncic dropping 73 points. I want you guys to watch how they're guarding Luka Doncic. Let's just do the good idea of taking away Luka Doncic's playmaking. Meaning, in the pick and roll, what is Clint Capella gonna do?
To the Mavericks.
I'm gonna play a deep drop. I'm gonna play a deep drop against one of the best pull-up three-point shooters in the league, one of the best scorers in the league, because we want to take away that lob pass. We want to take away this lob pass right here. We want to take away this lob pass right here. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna continue to allow Luka to get 2 feet in the paint. 2 feet in the paint all game. What happens?
Gets a shot
Easy layup. Let's look at the very next clip. Luka's going to come off a DHO. Easy DHO. Look at what Clint's going to do. I'm sorry. I'm clicking way too much. Look at what Clint's going to do. He's going to play in an extremely deep drop. Extremely deep drop. So what happens? Luka just gets 2 feet with no issue. No issue at all. Let's look at another one. Another pick and roll action. Now, Clint this time,
the last 2 nights.
after it's been two possessions, and Luka's already gotten wherever he wants. He kind of shows some type of restraint here, but doesn't matter. Luka got wherever he wanted on the floor. Oh, another one.
Over 8 times.
You got another one, ladies and gentlemen. You got another one. You'll never guess what's about to happen. You'll never guess what's about to happen. Oh, pick and roll. Pick and roll.
That's his ability to create it
straight out of isolation. Just don't send the double. Don't blitz the pick and roll. Just let them hedge and recover and let Luka go one-on-one. Let one of the best scorers in basketball go one-on-one. It's why I will never agree with that. Oh, just let him score shit. I'll never agree with that. I'll never agree with that. Just let him score. It's the worst that can happen. Let one of the best scorers in the league, just let him score. I'll never agree with that.
That is so T. Lue. I can just hear
it. Just and again, imagine he lights your ass up for 73. Just imagine. It's ridiculous.
Hear him say that. He's currently leading the league in rebounds and assists, averaging 28.
Isn't this the girl that's into it with Stephen A? It's none of my business.
13 and 11 dimes per game, and has the Nuggets off to a 9-2 start. Let's start with good plan or not good plan?
I think it was a good plan. He scored 55 times, and that's the first time he's won the game, right? It's the first time he's won the game. So he's had 4 picks.
You do know some things.
Well, look, again, I learned through osmosis, right? And so, but that was the first time he's won that game. So while those numbers are ridiculous, and I took a real heavy, I think I took a 50 ball from LeBron.
We're going to look at this film from this game, by the way. We're going to look at this film.
With the, we're not going to help out. type, when I was in Milwaukee. So I've seen those firsthand where you get stuck on an island and you're just like, and it's that night for them. But I think it was a good plan. Obviously, it backfired everything. But if you look at it, even him scoring 50 wasn't leading to wins for them. So if you're strategizing,
Okay, let's look at Nikola Jokic's 50-point games. Let's look at Nikola Jokic's 50-point games. Now, I'm just going to use these two games as a reference because these are the two games I remember since they were just last season. Neither one of these 61 and 56-point games were because of Jokic scoring the ball that much. You're not going to sell me on oh yeah, Nikola Jokic has scored 54 times prior to this game and they've lost in every single one of them when two of the four are not because he's scoring that much. I don't remember this game from 2023. I don't remember this game from 2021. I don't remember them. I probably didn't watch them. I watched both of these games. They did not lose neither one of these games because Jokic scored 61 or because Jokic scored 56. If you want to be completely fair, the Nuggets were going to win that game against Minnesota. Russ sold at the end. And Denver's defense was so bad against Washington, they ended up losing that game. But neither one of these two games, you're going to tell me, oh yeah, they lost because Jokic decided to be a scorer. That's not what you're about to tell me. If you want to go back and watch those games, and then it's not even like y'all are taking away the playmaking. 61, 10 and 10, 56, 16 and 8, 53 and 11, 50 and 12, 55 and 6 assists. Y'all not about to tell me they lost because Jokic decided to score. That's not, no.
even him scoring 50 wasn't leading to wins for them. So if you're strategizing, it's not a bad strategy to try. And that's a real thing.
Again, I'm just going to say this one last time. They did not lose those games because Jokic decided to score the basketball. That's not what happened. That is not what happened. Denver's defense was so bad during the regular season that there were games like this, like the ones that we just looked at against Washington, where there was a chance that they could lose to them on any given night. Their defense was so bad against Minnesota, that's why they lost. They did not lose because Jokic decided to score 50 fucking points.
I know people can't wrap their hands around it, but the same way that generals can send a certain amount of troops into battle, knowing that they ain't all coming back, when you send somebody out the battle against Jokic solo, you know they ain't all coming back, but ultimately it could help you win the war. And 4 other times it had helped them win the war.
You know what's one of the best things and the beauty of the Road Tripping podcast is that we have 4 people.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build
an ad on an 8-minute video. Come on, bro. Y'all don't need the money for real.
Big names. Richard Jefferson, Allie, Perk, Shannon, right? So we have to do our homework and we know our numbers. So we're not just coming up here just talking. Jokic shot attempts are down this year, right? That's the way he want to play. He's leading the league in assists. He don't want to shoot a lot of balls. He want to distribute the rock. He want to, whatever it takes to win. That's how he wants to get it done. This is why I'm not mad at T. Lue's game plan, because out of everyone in the NBA, Big Zubac guards Jokic the best, right? Go pull up the numbers over the last year. The person who
that's not terrible to say. I'm not gonna sit here and give him shit for that, because if there is anybody that you want guarding Jokic one-on-one, it is Zubac. As we can all see, when Zubac is guarding Jokic, he averages 22, 5 and 5 on a 54% true shooting and gets to the free throw line 2 times per 75 possessions. This is really good. Zubac does have the size, length, and strength to guard Jokic better than anyone can one-on-one. I would say probably the second best and third best would probably be Wemby and Rudy. And Wemby, he doesn't have the strength to contain Jokic, but with his length in the post, it makes Jokic have to really work harder for his defensive game plan or offensive game plan. And their one-on-ones are always very entertaining. So I'm going to be looking forward to watching those two play together, but or play against each other. But again, I digress.
Defends Jokic the best one-on-one is Zubac. Okay, cool. The fact that they were coming in off of back-to-back, the Nuggets, I think the game plan it should have been that.
Yeah.
Right? Jokic just put on an all-time great performance.
And this is again, I could understand if this is someone who is a very inconsistent scorer. Let's look at the numbers, because maybe Nikola Jokic is averaging 1.4. I don't know if you guys can see that. Come here. 1.4 points per possession in the post on 5 possessions a game. That is 93rd percentile across the entire NBA. 93rd percentile across the entire NBA. He's also shooting 93% in the restricted area, 69 or 68% from 3 to 10 feet, 67% from the mid-range, and he hasn't missed a long mid-range shot, and he's shooting 42% from 3. Again, this is not something that's sustainable at all, but this is the type of numbers he was posting coming into this game. Again, I could understand if this is like a good score, a really good score that can have some shot variance. No disrespect, but I could understand if this was Jason Tatum. I could understand if this was Jason Tatum. Nikola Jokic, in my opinion, is a top 3 scorer in basketball and has a real argument to be the best scorer in the world. For example, just about until halfway through the season last year, Nikola Jokic was the best scorer in the league for me.
All-time great performance.
I don't know why we're acting like this is something that just cannot happen. That is like, again, this is something that I could see from Jokic. And I'm not saying he's going to average 55 points. I mean, no. I'm saying we just saw a season of it. Like, no. Just last year, we saw Nikola Jokic give y'all 30 a night. 30 a night. Shooting 73% from the restricted area, 60% from floater range, 49% from the mid-range, 49% from the mid-range, and 54% on the long mid-range, and 42% from 3, giving y'all 30 a game. This is not something we have not seen from him. We're not about to justify that.
I grew up watching Hakeem Olajuwon. I had all his jerseys, Clutch City. I had the Hakeem Olajuwon shoes.
It was a bad idea.
The 34 on the side, the one that you got from True Value and Gibson's and Payless.
Yeah.
I had those. That's how much of a fan I was of Hakeem Olajuwon. I watched Hakeem Olajuwon almost put up on his great nights quadruple doubles. Jokic is doing that on regular nights. So his best nights look like a night that we saw last night. He is the best center that I've seen in the last 20 years. I don't understand.
Yeah, again, and with that being said, we do have to start like acknowledging that the top 4 in basketball are in some really uncomfortable conversations, and number 5 we know is penciled into the all-time great conversation. Like if he continues on his trajectory, he's going to be in greatest of all time conversations. So we know where he should finish. But with the guys like SGA, Jokic, Giannis, and Luka, they are in some really uncomfortable conversations that some people are just not willing to have. So again, and I think this further proves it. This further proves it. Clearly, we are underrating how good of a scorer Nikola Jokic is. And again, I'm not even like the craziest guy to talk to when it comes to Jokic because I believe that people just sometimes they push it too far. Sometimes they push it way too far. But this is unacceptable. And Tyronn Lue is a good coach.
He's not the most athletic. It's pure skills. He's shooting 78% from the field. It's unreal what we're watching right now. Yeah. I already believe that he's the most. I already believe he's the most skill center to ever play the game of basketball. But the fact that he came in and he took it, because this was
I think Joel Embiid really has something to say about that, but it is what it is.
personal as fuck against Zubac. That's why he went out and put up those numbers. Because he knows. Like, Jokic will talk about his horses in the interviews and talk about all this and that. That motherfucker got a chip on his shoulder, right? He knows certain things. Certain matchups are personal. That was one of them. And he went out there and gave the Clippers that work. Now, can I say this? The Clippers, on the other hand, they might as well tank. They might as well tank. I'm serious. They might as well tank. Here's why I say that. We're not going to dive into the whole Lawrence Frank situation. They need to tank. Frank, they fired Nico. Lawrence Frank needs to be next on the chopping block. Here's the thing. They have so much going on, right? Too much on and off the floor. Seriously. They have so many people within that organization, including the owner, having too many off the court issues. There's no way you could come together with all that nonsense that's going on around the Clippers organization. You talk about a team that needs to.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Clippers, very tough start to their season. I do think they are more talented than what they are giving up, but they do look really old. They do look really old. It's getting hard for me to see them winning a playoff series just because they're the slowest team in basketball. They don't get to the rim. They don't get out in transition. Bradley Beal's out for the year. Now, he has not been playing well to start the year. He was not good to start the year. But the Clippers do have some serious issues. Chris Paul cannot play. He cannot play basketball. He cannot play basketball for a serious NBA team anymore. I'm like willing to bet money this is his last season in the NBA.
Hit the reset button. That's the team that needs to hit the reset button. And I think Ty Lue is there. Lue said,
are they going to continue to?
I'm done with this old shit. I'm done with it. I'm about to start playing these young guys, win, lose, or draw. This
great
he
point
specifically
there.
told me, and like hey Richard, I'm gonna play these young guys for the next couple months, but then I'm gonna coaches Rick Carlisle. That open communication. Mark Dagnall is we talked about it last night at the game. I'm like, you do it. Mark Dagnall does as good of any coach in the league at getting his players to buy in and connecting first half.
Okay,
right?
They're clearly not talking about the Jokic thing anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at the Buzzer Sports ENT. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok at the Buzzer ENT. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at ATB Sports 1, and make sure you join my playback room at the Buzzer Room, where we are going to be streaming all NBA season. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.